Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
This out quickly to Williams.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
A give right side for Gibbs.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Goff.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 47.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Motioning left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Lions at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal.
On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Jackson.
This is caught at the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here's Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Goff.
Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Ravens 15-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Jackson now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Fielded at the 33. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Now Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 21, here's second down and 3.
To throw is Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Ravens first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
In motion left, Flowers.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no rush back, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and has also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown! Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker is the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception.
picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. We have played 3 quarters. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Henry up the middle. And it's a fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. Now he's free up the left sideline. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
A CD there up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Goff. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got it to about the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
124 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
The Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After